Welcome to the Spooky Stonerzzz Podcast. I'm Lindsey.
And I'm Denah.
Thank you for joining us for our 15th episode. On this podcast, we talk about witchy and spooky shit that we love to talk about, and hopefully you love to listen to. And as the title of our podcast insinuates, we do all this while smoking a little of that green stuff, and we ain't talking about money. So,
man, I wish we was talking about money.
Yeah. So buckle up, pecan, and let's go.
Pecan?
I don't know.
At least you didn't say pecan like some weirdos.
Yeah, I definitely do not. Even though, I do agree. That's how it is spelled.
No, it's pecan. That's silly.
But then it would be C-O-N instead of C-A-N.
Pecan. I'm from Texas. It's the Texas state tree.
Okay.
It's pecan.
Okay, that's not what I need to give you.
Yeah, I was going to say, your personal what?
My personal budget. I forgot that's on my...
How much of it is for me?
None.
That's what I need to know.
Because I spent it all day yesterday.
That's fair. I spent all mine yesterday, too.
There you go.
Oh.
Not for you yet.
I don't need this yet.
Exactly.
What's up? What you doing?
Well, we're really fucking high. That's for sure.
Yeah?
We had to take a little 10-minute between smoking and then, coming in here to record.
I had to lay on the floor.
Yeah. So what's got us so high? Northern Lights.
Yeah.
From
Fluent.
Fluent
is where I got that. And I'm really glad that you bought me my own chair.
Yeah.
For your new office. Because it's real cozy and comfy.
I know.
And I'm loving it so much right now. I'm having a great time. That scared me. Oh my gosh. Lindsey just hit something on accident. And I was half asleep in this chair.
As you were talking?
As I was talking. Yeah, listen. I talk in my sleep. Probably not at all. Ever. But I talk without thinking a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just talking to talk.
Yeah.
That's why we record a podcast.
Yeah, that's what
people
that's
who
literally what we do.
Yeah.
Is we do a podcast so we can talk.
Yeah.
Talk about all the shit.
We talked on the phone for 5 hours yesterday. Did you know that?
Yes, you did. Though, we were also doing other things too, so it wasn't like we were having a in-depth 5-hour conversation. I think a lot of it was
being each other's emotional support human.
Yep, pretty much, while we did adult things.
Oh gosh, adult things. I have so many adult things that I have to do. And it's so annoying because I live this super magical, spooky, awesome life. And then I have to go do shit like get an oil change. And that's stupid. Because it's that, and then later I'm going to go home and do witchcraft. But I have to go get an oil change first. That's just dumb.
Well, you can't ride on your broomstick yet.
I know, it really annoys me. It really annoys me that I have to do this mundane shit.
Is it yet or anymore? You haven't flown on a broomstick anymore? Or yet? Is it future or past?
Or both.
Or both. I don't know.
I don't know, but I just got hit by another wave of chocolate.
I know.
That shit is hitting me in waves. We also had some chocolate from Certera. And so we're double whammied here.
Double dipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, there's been a couple of times I feel like I just stood up real fast, but I've been sitting the whole time. This is definitely... It's a good high, though.
It is. Yeah, we're having a good time.
Yep.
You need to quit hitting that. You're freaking me out.
It's in my way.
I keep thinking there's a ghost.
No ghost.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I quit smoking cigarettes, and then I just smoked a cigarette, and now I feel sick. But I quit smoking cigarettes. Yay.
Yeah.
It's my body telling me, good job. Don't backslide, or I'll make you puke.
Let's not, please.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of things to talk about. No. I had things. I had things set up, and now it's gone, and...
I need to pause.
Okay.
I might need to go to the bathroom. Do you remember, like...
We are back!
Okay, do you remember, like, back in your drinking days, right?
Yeah.
The point in your hangover where you were like, okay, I'm alright. Like, I'm gonna be okay. As long as nothing happens for the next hour, I'll be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't eat anything. I don't want to, like, jog. But I'm okay.
Okay.
And this is why we don't smoke cigarettes, kids.
Yeah. Your body's, like, rejecting it. It's like, what the fuck?
I know. I smoked cigarettes for, like, 10 years. And now if I have one, this is what happens. Which is good. Like, that's good.
I will try and remember that next time you're like, hey.
It makes me feel lame.
Lindsay, can I bum a cigarette? I'll be like, no, Denah.
No, I can't.
Your body literally hates you when you do that.
Yeah, it does not want me to do that. I have such a sensitive stomach.
You do.
I've always had such a sensitive stomach, so I don't know why I think I can get away with things. Ever. Mm. Like, now it's to the point where, like, spicy stuff, after it gets dark, my stomach's like, bitch, what are you doing? You're in your 30s.
It became a gremlin.
Yeah, it's like, absolutely not.
You fed it after.
Yeah, I will wake up at 3 a.m. and puke.
Ew.
Yeah. If I eat something spicy once it's dark.
Yeah.
Like, my body's like, absolutely not. But, like, also my body used to do cocaine at the strip joint. So, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah. Well, like, last week when we recorded, I got really, really high and I was out for the whole day.
Yeah.
That we're not really advocating marijuana very well right now. But, like, it's just shit that happens.
Yeah. I mean, I think, too, especially with weed and dispensaries and the dosages, it's all kind of new.
Yeah.
Still. And everyone is so differently affected. And by different strains, you're differently affected. So it's like even sometimes the same strain, just a different crop.
Yeah.
Is different. So it's like, I understand why they felt it was so hard to regulate. But I don't see that as a good enough reason to stop it. Because I feel like they're doing an okay job regulating it now.
Well, I mean, the thing is, alcohol, if you want to say marijuana is not regulated very well, alcohol isn't either. Like, it's
I'm saying it is well regulated now. I'm just saying I can understand why they said it was so hard to figure out.
Oh, yeah.
How to regulate.
Yeah,
because it is very subjective by person to person.
Yeah.
And so you do kind of have to, like, especially when you first start using it, you have to kind of play with it a little. And Definitely. Sometimes you do a little too much. One time I accidentally, like, did 20 times the recommended dose of some shit. Yeah. Called you crying.
Yep.
Yeah, it happens.
Time before you were screaming at the ex because he wouldn't call the ambulance.
Yeah, crying in the shower, freaking out, thinking I was about to die. And my son was about to watch me die. He didn't. It was fine. I just had too much weed.
Yeah. So, do too much.
Yeah. But just remember, too, when you have those, I call them green outs.
Yeah.
When you green out like that and kind of have like a full-blown panic attack because you're too high.
Yeah.
Just remember that it will pass.
Yeah. Deep breaths.
Yeah. I was sitting in the corner in my bathroom with Lindsey on FaceTime and another friend of mine in the house.
Bringing you ramen.
Yeah, making me ramen. Because that's my support system.
That's what we do.
Yeah. That's what we do.
Of course, as soon as, like, you called me, I was like, do I need to come out there? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
She's here.
Yeah.
She's helping.
I was like, my neighbor is here. My friend. My neighbor. She's also my neighbor. She was there. And I was like, I don't need you to come out here. I just need you to walk me through my grown-up stuff for a minute. Because you're my grown-up. She was there to, like, mommy me.
Okay.
You were there to, like, help me function. Yeah.
Got it. But yeah, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you know what I was always told growing up? If you're going to do anything mood or mind altering, be sure to be in a safe space with people you trust.
Yes.
And that's what I was always told. That's my biggest thing. If you are going to, hey, I haven't tried this strain of weed before, do that at home, boo.
Yeah.
Don't do that out and about and then you got to drive an hour and a half later. Because it might take more than an hour and a half.
Yep.
So, that's my PSA for today. I feel like I do a PSA every time.
Yeah.
I'm such a mom.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like, just do whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just want you all to be safe. And make sure that, like, don't
get in trouble.
Don't get in trouble and don't get hurt. And like I said, if you accidentally take too much, which is something that happens, because been there, done that.
Yeah.
It's a lot better to have accidentally taken too much at your house than it is to have accidentally taken too much and you're at Target.
Yeah.
Having a freak out. So, watch yourselves, boo-boos. That's all I'm saying.
Watch yourselves.
Chickity check yourself. Okay, so do you want to hear what I have to say to you?
Yes, tell me some witchy stuff.
I will. So, the release date for this episode is Monday, September 18th. Friday and Saturday, the 22nd and 23rd of September, whichever one you feel like celebrating on, it doesn't matter. It's all, do whatever you want, are Mabon, which is the first of the harvest festivals.
Okay.
So we are officially switching from summer to fall.
Okay.
It's the equinox, so there will be an equal amount of daylight and darkness.
Perfect.
Right? We're back to center.
Nice.
Okay. It also enters Libra season, which is the best season, because that's my season.
Mm-hmm.
And Libras are, the best. We all know that. I like that you're not saying anything differently, because it's true.
Well, what is there to say?
Yeah, it's true.
It's you.
Yeah.
Gryffindor.
It's fact.
Libra.
Yeah.
Denah.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. Like, when it says mom, the legend, I don't even remember what it all says. But, like, when it does that, it's just like Denah.
Yeah.
Libra. Gryffindor.
Legend. Yeah, exactly. So we finally get to switch into our fall mood. I'm actually starting today. I'm decorating today for Mabon.
I started buying stuff.
Yeah.
That Dollar Tree always has, like, a really good selection of, like, good decorations.
Yeah. So
you don't have to spend much money.
For Mabon, unlike with Samhain or Halloween, you can do just like fall stuff, but it's technically the festival of the fruits. So this is when you want to do your apple stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So like that's what we're doing here. It's when the fruits have all finally kind of like really ripened, that very end of summer crop of fruit that you get.
Yeah.
And it's the time to kind of like take stock of everything that you gathered over the summer or grew or whatever. And see what you need still to collect before winter.
Okay.
And as far as like the farming calendar goes, because the wheel of the year that we're working off of follows the farming calendar.
Of course.
That's the ancient roots of all of these festivals are in the farming calendar. So that's why we eat apples and pumpkins right now.
Yeah.
It's because
pumpkin pie.
Right.
Apple pie.
Exactly, because we've been conditioned for thousands of years to want apples and pumpkins right now because that's when they're here.
Got it.
It's time for them.
So it's just generational.
Yeah, and that's why they're all involved in these festivals. This is just when those crops are ready. So it always kind of makes me giggle how people are like, oh my gosh, everything's pumpkin spice now or apple flavored or da 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 da. It's like it has been for about 3,000 years. So moving on.
But is it like the climate the same in Europe as it is here? Because like if this is apple,
it's actually faster than here.
Okay.
So like where all of these come from, they're probably about a month ahead of us.
Okay.
In the United States. That's why we kind of always like, oh, it's fall, but it's also 9,000 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Because it's fall other places. Just not here.
Got it. Okay. That's what I was wondering. I was like, is it summer there? Or...
Yeah, no. But yeah, so that's where all these are really rooted in. It's just farming.
Got it.
But for us in our modern age, what we would want to do for this time, it's a good time to do your financial magic stuff because right this second today's the 16th that we're recording?
16th.
Is a double Virgo moon. So it's Virgo sun and Virgo moon right now.
Okay.
So it's like big Virgo energy, which is get your shit together energy.
Okay.
So it's a good time over this next week leading up to Mabon to kind of do the opposite of a spring clean. You want to kind of start prepping your house for being at home and staying home, and get stuff out that you don't use so that you have space, because in the winter we all hoard.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you got 5 billion things from Christmas and New Year's and all this other shit, and then you spring clean.
Got it.
Right.
So
we're
me
doing
shopping yesterday and buying a crap load of Halloween stuff is just natural.
No, but if you need it for winter, then yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
Of course I need it for winter.
Exactly.
I need these pumpkin signs.
Yeah.
And these skeletons.
But it's a good time. It's a good time to like basically spring clean, and because you need to get your house ready for the winter months.
Got it.
And I think the reasoning behind kind of that energy now is because also we're going into peak harvest season, to where like it's going to be busy.
Yeah.
And so,
well, it's not only like farming that it's busy, it's everything busy. Like during the summer, the kids aren't in school. So like now kids are in school, and now you're preparing for, Thanksgiving and Christmas and all. Like me and Denah had this conversation just like yesterday, where I was like, holy crap, for the next 4 months, I need to sit down and figure out my shit, because it's about to get crazy.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah. So that's what this time is really about, though. It's just kind of, prepping for the harvest and prepping for the winter months. That's what the next 2 months are really about. Is just that prep work because it's just going to get cold and dark.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready.
Yep. Got it. I'm messing with my hair like a lot.
You confused me for a second.
No, it's what I'm doing to keep me from jittery.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, anyhoozle. So, some things that you can do to really celebrate Mabon is deep clean and cleanse your home. Fresh cleanse is always nice. Go on a nature walk.
Yes.
Decorate your altar with oranges and reds. Think like fall,
Got it.
So I think I told you this the other day. To me, in my brain, how I think of it, Libra season is pumpkin spice girly season. Like we're leaf peeping, and we are having warm cider, and we are making all the crafts and doing all the cute things.
Okay.
And then that October Scorpio season, that's Halloween spooky.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how I feel about it. Because I feel like Libra's like the fall basic bitch. And because that's how I am.
Yeah.
But also, we like the spooky stuff, but we're not quite there yet. Calm down.
Yeah.
So, because we're not like Wednesday Addams spooky Libras.
Mm-hmm.
But we want our pumpkin spice lattes and our flannel and our cute boots.
Got it.
Like, we're going to do all the cute things.
Yes.
Thanks. But yeah, so that's as far as decorating your altar goes. Apples are good.
Pumpkins.
You can do some pumpkins. I would not buy pumpkins yet, just because they're going to spoil.
Well, you could just switch them out.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know.
It's also... Go ahead.
I feel like any kind of food or anything on your altar will spoil before the end of the season.
Yeah.
So, your apple isn't going to stay good on your altar for a whole 3 months.
That's true. 3 months? That's not how long it is until Samhain. Halloween?
Months? Whatever.
1 month and a half. Calm down. Oh my goodness.
I was thinking of all of fall.
Well, okay, so because Halloween or Samhain is also technically the new year.
Oh, okay.
For pagans.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So because winter is death.
Yes.
Right? So you die once winter starts. That's when the old year dies.
That's very overdramatic.
Well, yeah, they had no TV. They had to be dramatic themselves.
Okay.
Ancient pagans, come on. They were...
Winter equals death.
Yeah. I mean, for a lot of people, it probably really did.
Well, yeah. Okay, so it seems overdramatic to me.
But also, fair. But yeah. So basically, this year dies. So Mabon, right now, it's a good time to start thinking about your New Year's resolutions, basically.
Okay.
Like, okay, so what do I need to finish up before the end of the year? Kind of stuff. Take stock. Really.
Got it.
Is the biggest thing. Donate stuff you don't use anymore is a good way of... It's basic charitable actions are always good. Volunteer work and stuff like that around this time of year. That's not just fund the Christians. Like it's just a good time to be active in your community, because looking back on all these rituals and festivals and stuff, they were big community events.
Yes.
So, like you could go organize a park cleanup for Mabon or for Samhain or for, like your neighbors don't need to know why. You can just say, hey, this Saturday I'm doing a park cleanup down the road. And they just can all come help you clean up litter for Mabon. And they don't need to know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Involuntary rituals.
Yeah. Well, it's not even really, it's a park cleanup. We need to do that anyway.
You didn't even ask for consent, Denah. You're just like,
it's fine.
Ritual.
Yeah.
It's happening. You're involved.
They don't need to know. Just gently lead them.
They don't need to know that they're going to be the human sacrifice. It's a thing.
So as far as like things that you want to use if you're trying to do any Mabon spell work, which this is a good time for, like I said, financial stuff, and then also thinking about what you want for the new year.
Got it.
And what you want for the winter and stuff like that. So, if in the next 12 months you want a new job, it's a good time to start focusing some intentions on that. But you can use things like cinnamon and frankincense and myrrh, and some good crystals to use are the orange ones, of course, citrine, amber, cat's eye, tiger's eye, whatever.
And the green ones, too.
And the green ones, yep. I saw peridot on something about Mabon using peridot, and I was like, I never use peridot, but I like it. It's very green.
I think it's a birthstone.
I think so too, but I don't know whose. Not mine, so not my problem. Rose quartz, also all day, every day for Mabon, because Libra season.
Rose quartz for everything, though.
Rose quartz for Libras, because they're the best. Oh yeah, also, Witch Talk is buzzing about it's simmer pot season. Do your simmer pots.
What's a simmer pot?
A simmer pot is where you put a pot of water on the stove with a bunch of herbs and spices and stuff. And you can put apples in there and cinnamon and just make your house smell really good. It's just another way to kind of cleanse, really.
I totally thought that was just like a potpourri kind of...
Yeah, I know.
Substitution.
I didn't realize that was like a thing that people call the thing until very recently, because my grandmother and my mother were doing that since I was born.
Yeah.
So.
And then you can do like cloves and onions.
Yeah. I've actually...
Onions, oranges.
I also, when my kid is sick, I do thyme and rosemary in a simmer pot and make the whole house smell really herby, because that helps loosen him. His gunk up. It's an old German simmer pot recipe.
Interesting.
Thyme and rosemary.
Simmer pots. That sounds fun.
Yeah, you should do one.
I probably will.
Yeah, I think I have seen, though, on Witch Talk and Witchtagram.
Yeah.
They make these really pretty like glass pots that you can use, so you can like see everything simmer.
Oh.
And that looks really beautiful. I might have to give you one of those.
That does.
Because I just think it sounds really pretty.
That does sound really, really pretty.
Yeah. So, and then it's like decor too.
That's cool. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
It looks better than just like a pot on your stove all day.
Yeah. But yeah, also with the simmer pots, be real careful, because sometimes if you just leave them there, they will all evaporate, and you will just have like burnt shit in the bottom of your pot.
Oh my gosh. Has that happened to you?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Probably when I had a baby, though. Because not for a long time. And I do this. I simmer shit on my stove every winter. I've always done that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Then you just have a mess.
Yeah. And it's a pain in the ass. I think I have thrown away a pot because of that, though. But yeah, I did not realize that this was such a big thing. Simmer pots. I thought everyone did that already.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know it was like a witchy thing either.
Yeah, me neither. I thought it was just like make your house smell really good. And also, sometimes you need to steam your house up when your kids are sick. So But whatever. Okay. It's witchy. That's fine. Everything I do is witchy because I'm a witch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's how I've always seen things. Everything that I do is magic because I'm magic. When I drive the car, it's magic.
It is magic.
I'm all done.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I'd be more excited if I was able to enjoy this story and so tell this story.
You want me to tell the story? I know nothing about it.
No. Because I actually didn't, like, type out all of my notes. Like, I just did bullet points to remind me. That reminds me, I need a highlighter so I can make sure
Highlighter! I could have handed you one. That would have been really, really nice of me. But instead, I'm going to make you contort all around your own computer. Ha ha ha.
As I'm recording.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hopefully I'll be able to, like, not repeat myself on this.
Okay.
So today I am talking about one of my favorite buildings in Pensacola. I absolutely love it. And it's called the Pensacola Cultural Center. But I like to call it the Pensacola Little Theater.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
And that's because that's mainly what it's used for the Pensacola Little Theater.
Yeah.
So this building is located at 400 South Jefferson Street. This is between Zazarga, whatever street, and Main Street. And this location used to be located on the edge of Pensacola's red light district, where sailors could get their jollies from 1910 to 1941.
Oh my gosh. I did not even know that Pensacola ever had a red light district. It's so square and lame.
And there's some ghosts in that area, too,
gracious.
that I need to do a story on. But that will be for another day.
Oh?
But, by the way, this is a paranormal, ghosty story.
Yay.
As I keep on telling you history of this building. So, the building was completed in January 1912. And when it was originally built, if you are looking at the front entrance with, like, the awning, the left side of the building housed the courtroom, the judge's chambers, and solicitor's offices. So that was on the left side. And then you can also walk from the Zarza Street, whatever that fucking street was.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk in, you see like this like beautiful marble staircase that goes to the second floor where probably the offices are and stuff like that. So it's still beautiful, like even after all this time. And the first floor of the area is called the courtroom, which leads me to believe that this was originally located of the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
So like the first room to your left. The courtroom is used for smaller theater productions. So, okay, let me try this. So the first floor of the left side of the Pensacola Little Theater is where the courtroom used to be, I believe, because they still call it the courtroom.
Yeah. And
in this room is where they have smaller theater productions.
I've actually been in a production in that room, so I know what you mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just making sure like I'm visually helping our listeners. And then Pensacola's best professional improv comedy troupe, Improbable Cause, also performs in that room.
Oh, cool.
I think they do it like once a month. And I've been there and it's really fun to like watch. I was not included because the idea of improv scares the shit out of me.
This is improv. You're doing improv right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, I have fucking notes.
Right. But it's fine. You can do improv.
Okay.
Sure, you can do it. Sure. I have faith in you.
And then on the second and third floor are now offices, a rehearsal hall, and a dance studio. So that was all on the left side of the building. I keep on hitting the shelf.
Yeah, you need to quit. Because it scares me. You're going to knock something down.
I know I'm going to knock something down, but my elbow is like the perfect spot for it. So the right side of the right side of the building used to be a jail.
Oh, shit.
It was all 3 stories of it was the jail, and the gallows hung on the 3rd floor.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I wonder. Nobody ever thought about that when they built those old buildings. They were like, well, we'll just make this the murder room. And it's like, you should probably do that outside.
Yeah.
That seems like a mess.
But even when you do that, it's like outside is still like haunted as fuck because that's where the gallows used to be.
Yeah, but like, I'm thinking like a mess for messy reasons. Because when you hang someone, they often relieve themselves.
Well, they probably just have a drain. Like,
ew.
They probably.
But they're on the 3rd floor. Where's it draining to?
The streets. I mean, we are talking about 1912.
So gross. People are so gross. If you're gonna murder someone, do it tidy.
Okay. Gosh. Even if they were trying to be tidy, it probably went into the bay. Like.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was 1912. They probably were like, whatever.
Murdering people indoors.
So where the jail used to be is now where the main theater is, and there's like 3 stories of seating there.
Mm-hmm.
So the people.
I did not know that. So there used to be murdering. Oh gosh, I'm never going in there. I'm not working tech.
Okay.
I said that I might go with you and work tech on that show.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to do that. If the gallows were on the 3rd floor,
mm-hmm.
I'm not working tech. What if I have to go up in the fly?
Well, I mean,
no.
Why are you scared? I thought you were never scared of ghosts and
I'm not scared of ghosts, but I am scared of heights.
Well, then you shouldn't be a tech for that reason.
Well, right, but I'm less scared of heights if there's not ghosts around. Yeah. Like, I could do it if there wasn't a gallows on the 3rd floor.
Well, it's probably not there anymore.
Right, it's not there anymore, but it was.
Yeah.
And I'm not going up that high on a little bitty railing.
Okay.
Not today.
Well, you are allowed to feel however you want to feel.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
That's dumb. Sorry, Pensacola Little Theater. Y'all need a sage or something. I need to face the microphone too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That would be helpful. So the atrium that connects both sides of the building was used to be the exercise yard for the prisoners. And it's kind of funny because the atrium is my favorite part of the building.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever won the lottery, I told my husband that we were going to build a house that was based on this building, including the atrium. So my prisoners can get some exercise, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So in 1955, the jail moved to Leonard
Street?
Leonard. I knew that. I totally knew that when I was like writing
it's
it last
because
night.
You want to say Leonardo. Because It's Leonardo without the O. And then it's Leonard. And that's a totally different word.
Yeah, that's it. So Leonard Street. I thought that... So 1955, the jail moved to Leonard Street. This building is now the Pensacola Museum of Art. And the Pensacola Museum of Art still has one of the jail cells displayed on the 1st floor. Just in case you want to, check it out. Because what they did was, the jail cells that were at the Pensacola Little Theater, they took it from that building and put it in this other building.
Hey, they recycled.
They recycled. Good. Well, this happened in 1955, so... Oh, wait, no. I keep on thinking it's, so old, and then I'm like, no, that's, Elvis era. 1950s?
Yeah. That's still pretty old now.
Yeah.
That is pretty old now.
Yeah, but, in my head, I was about to say 1955. I was like, oh, my gosh, that's so long ago. They probably didn't even have cars. And I was like, no, they did have cars. They had hot rods.
Yeah.
My brain's not working the best. So I thought the Pensacola Museum of Art was the original jail. And I didn't find out until I went to a fundraiser at the Pensacola Little Theater 2 years ago. And a guy named River, who works there, told me that the Pensacola Little Theater was the original jail. And this was the one where people died in. So I guess the other one, they didn't murder anyone.
They did it outside.
Execute.
Yeah, they did it outside.
Maybe. He then continued to tell me how the Pensacola Little Theater was haunted as fuck. And that's my words, not his. Of course, I'm pretty sure he told me a haunted story, but I was quite a few sparkling wines in at that night, and so I don't remember what his story was. I mean, he told me that the building was haunted. He said the basement
that doesn't make sense.
was haunted. Yeah, basement in Florida, right next to the bay.
Yeah.
There is one.
Although I guess that would be why it's haunted. People drown in there?
I don't think so.
Oh. That's what I would assume.
Yeah, you would. But yeah, and actually that's where their dressing rooms are now. Like for the cast.
That's funny. I feel like though, theater people, listen, I'm a theater person. Before I say this, let me just say, I am a theater person. I lettered in theater. Okay. Yeah. We think all of our dressing rooms are haunted.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been into a theater where the people who work there or perform there don't say, oh yeah, that dressing room was haunted. My high school, the theater was brand new, freshly built. And there were already stories that the dressing rooms were haunted.
Yeah, of course.
Like, no, they're not.
Well,
it was named after the band director who was still working at the school. Like, they're not haunted, guys. They might be now.
Maybe.
But I don't think so.
But I wonder, actually, I was wondering if the reason why theaters are haunted all the time or the dressing rooms are haunted all the time are because theater people are, like, very superstitious people.
Yeah.
And so, like, there won't be that many doubters.
Yeah.
In the situation, except for Denah, who's like, no.
Yeah.
The dressing room just got built.
It's not haunted.
It's not haunted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that would explain probably why a lot of theaters are haunted. So the jail moved locations in 1955, and the courtroom and offices moved in 1978. So the building stayed empty for 10 years before the Pensacola Cultural Center and the Pensacola Little Theater started to transform. I put transfer on my notes. Transform it into the building it is today. There's offices, dance studios, a community library, a rehearsal hall, and all that was completed in April 1992. And then, that was really weird, 1992. Then the theater was open. The main theater opened in January 1996.
Nice.
So, it's an old building, but it's been, rebranded. So here are the hauntings.
Yes.
So there's an image that got submitted to the Pensacola News Journal. And basically, it's a picture of the hallway that's in the basement where the dressing rooms are.
Of course.
And at the end of the hall, they say that you can see two women at the end of the hall.
But here's the other problem. No one's going to believe theater people either. Because we could fake that.
Yeah. Give me a second.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, even I was trying to ask Philip. I was like, do you see that? And he was like, yeah, I can kind of see that. And I was like, but it kind of looks like it's just the light.
Yeah, I want to see the picture. Should we post it on our Instagram too?
Yeah, we'll post on our Instagram.
On our Instagram, which is the Spooky Stonerzzz Podcast. That's Stoners with 3 Z's. Just a friendly plug and reminder here while we're looking for the picture on Lindsey's cell. Oh, is that illegal? Is it illegal for me to sing the Jeopardy song on here? I don't know. Probably. Better not. I don't know. It's playing in my head. Everyone listen to it in your own head. If you know it. Sing along silently if you know the words.
Okay, that's the picture that got submitted.
Let's see this. That ain't nothing.
I know, that's nothing.
I'm such a skeptic. Listen, I believe fully in ghosts. But I do not believe fully that they show themselves very often.
No.
I think they're here and they're silent, like farts.
Like, I was kind of like, cool. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could see something now. Because the gray door looks kind of lighter. And it looks like it's the shape of a person's silhouette. And then the beige door does look like there might be someone there, too.
You know the BuzzFeed guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I am both of them. All the time.
Sean and
Shane and Ryan.
Yeah, Shane and Ryan.
Ryan is scared as a ghost, and listen, I'm not gonna go up in the fly, knowing that there was a fucking execution room on the 3rd floor of that building. I'm not gonna do that. Mm-hmm. That's dumb. But I also don't think that there's any ghosts in that basement. So I'm both of them.
Well, this is definitely not a picture of them.
No.
So, there's that picture. A staff member was working in the building after hours and heard the operating of the nearby elevator. Shortly afterwards, the dark shadow of a man walked past the staff member's open door. She called out, but didn't get a response. When she went to go look in the hallway, it was empty. Dun,
yeah.
Dun, dun.
That's a note. I would leave.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, the office that we used to work at.
Yeah, I know.
I seriously believe it was haunted.
Dude, I'm not even kidding you. There were times where I would come in the morning and someone will have, like, it would say on someone's Teams that they were active, like, 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
And it'd be, like, 8 in the morning. And I'd be like, she was not here at 3 a.m. Yes. I know that. But, like, someone touched her mouse.
Yeah.
And made her active.
Well, there was times that, like, I stayed there late to make up work. And, like, it'd be, like, 8 p.m. and it's getting dark. And I was so scared to even go into the main part of because I worked in the back part of the office at that point. And I was so scared to go into, like, the main part of the building where, like, the kitchen was and everything. So normally, if there was something in the sink after everyone left, it stayed in the sink overnight. Sorry, not sorry. I was terrified I was going to get murdered. But there was even time back there that I would, like, in my peripheral view, I thought I saw something, and I would look, and there would be nothing there, and then I had to, like, breathe through it and be like, see, Lindsay? There was nothing there. We looked. There was nothing there. Let's hurry up and get this thing done so we can get the heck out of here. And I'm, like, printing, like, flipping packing slips, like, fast. Going through my work really fast.
Just for me to go and staple the next day.
Yeah. I mean, that was a weird system, but at the same time, that system works better than the one that we work with right now. So.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we don't need to get into that.
We're not going to get into it.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, it was just like a weird system that, like, you're like, oh, well, we are going to paperclip these, and then this other person is going to staple them, and then paperclip them back.
Yep.
And then someone's going to unpaperclip them, and then put them in different piles, and then clip them again.
But it worked.
It really did.
Yep.
It's kind of weird. Oh, it's a chair. Did it sound like break glass to you?
A little. But I think we're okay. Nobody screamed.
No one screamed.
We've got all of the kids up in the other room.
Yeah, but it, like, it's so high that things sound like something that it's not. Like, so, like, it was like the squeak of a chair.
Yeah.
And I thought it was, like, broken glass. Oh, paranoid.
Pensacola Little Theater.
Yep, Pensacola Little Theater. I stopped highlighting, so I got lost.
Huh?
Okay, so another ghost of there is the spirit of a young girl, possibly from the 1920s or 30s. She has been witnessed. She is known to have heard... she is known to have been heard giggling, and she has been seen playfully skipping through the hallways. She is known to peer curiously over shoulders, and she occasionally seen peering from shadow corners. But if I see anything peering from a shadowed corner, I would not be okay.
Yeah.
Like, thinking like I see a shadow of a kid or something in a dark corner, no the fuck. And then, or you could just only see their eyes, and that's creepy too.
See, and this is again why I cannot do tech at this theater. Because here's what's going to happen, okay? Middle of a fucking show, I'm going to have to go up in the fly for something. I'm going to see something up there, I'm going to start shouting at it. Because that's my reaction. If I see something that's not supposed to be there, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you there?
Yeah.
Back the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, no. And I can't start shouting on stage.
Nope.
In the fly. That'll be creepy as fuck. What are you doing? From the fly. Oh my god.
Scare the whole theater.
Yeah, everyone would cry. So, we're just not going to do that. That's fine.
But I feel like your reaction is no different than anyone else's reaction. So, like, how do they get through a play?
Yeah, how do they get through a play there?
Oh, but like I said, this isn't the only haunted theater. Theaters are haunted all the time, and they have plays all the time too. So like,
Yeah, I don't think really any ghost would ever bother me.
no, well, I mean, we'll find out when we start doing like tours of these places.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Yeah. So some of the other hauntings are scenery being moved when no one is there, curtains flapping violently when the witness walked over to the curtain. It stopped moving. One night, a stagehand plugged in a light bar, but it wasn't working. He then unplugged the light, only for it to start glowing brightly for a few seconds.
Oh? Have you ever been in a theater by yourself?
I see. The thing is, I've been in this theater by myself.
In that theater?
Yes.
Ooh.
Remember, I took a picture and I was like, "Oh, it feels like home."
No.
Oh, I need to look at that picture. See if there's any shadows in the background.
See if there's any ghosty ghosts.
Yeah. So I volunteered there one day, and they were like, "Hey, can you go sweep the stage?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm like, so I'm sweeping the stage, and no one was there. Like, but I felt fine. I was super happy. I was just happy to be in a theater, to be honest. Again, I was just like, oh my gosh,
theaters.
I love this so much.
Are designed to echo, and so like I feel like maybe that's why so many theaters are thought to be haunted, because any noise in a theater is a totally different noise.
Well, that's how I felt about like church sanctuaries too.
Yep.
Like they feel very haunted.
Just the energy in those places.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just crazy. And it's creative energy, erratic energy in a theater. Especially, oh my gosh, with musicals, the energy raised during a fucking musical.
All the energy.
Like, ridiculous energy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like Thing 1 and Thing 2 energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why there's poltergeists in theaters. Duh. We just figured it out.
Yep. I was going to say something. But then I was like, I totally forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So a man was seen sitting in the main theater when the person looked up again, he was in a different seat on the opposite side of the house.
Oh. See, that would scare the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would be scary.
Okay, but my kids do that to me all the time. Like, I'll, like, in the morning, I'll be, like, the one up making coffee, whatever. And then Wendy, she's been having a habit of just, like, showing up in door frames and just standing there. And it freaks me out. I'm like, oh, my gosh, how long have you been there? So this man was described as wearing a worn suit and having a gaunt face. Some have identified this male spirit as that of Hosa Pool. Hosa Pool is the only ghost that we can connect to someone actually dying in the jail. In 1920, Hosa was arrested for stealing his brother Albert's bicycle shoes. Bicycle shoes? Yeah. Oh, okay. 1920, they had bicycle shoes?
I don't even know what that means.
Well, like, nowadays with people
because you can, like,
racing?
pick them in. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. 1920 had bicycle shoes.
Yeah, I would imagine they would have some sort of fancy click strap or something.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or like you slide them in.
Yeah, well, I knew, like, bicycles nowadays does, but, like, what's a 1920 bicycle?
I don't know, but apparently if you steal them, you're fucked.
Yeah, because...
They must be worth a lot.
Yeah, because
for this robbery...
Lance
Armstrong?
Huh?
Was his brother Lance Armstrong?
No, probably not in the 1920s.
Lance Armstrong's dad?
Yeah. I don't know.
How old is Lance Armstrong? Never mind. Sorry.
Didn't he die from cancer or something?
No, he just had cancer. I don't think he's dead. Didn't he marry Shania Twain?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
We're just, like, throwing facts out there.
Did Lance Armstrong marry Shania Twain, or am I totally off?
I've never heard of that. Just Wikipedia.
Nope.
Lance Armstrong.
Not at all.
Is he alive?
Yeah, is he alive? Yeah, they are still alive.
Oh, they?
He.
He doesn't. He's a non-binary. He
Hold
doesn't
on.
identify. He's a
Sheryl
they.
Crow. He's connected to Sheryl Crow somehow.
Oh, okay. So not Shania Twain.
So I was close. They were engaged. Lance Armstrong and Sheryl Crow were engaged. All right. Now I feel better. Sheryl Crow, you can do better. Oh my gosh. Anywho. He's got one ball.
Yeah.
And we all know it.
So, Hosa, for this robbery, he served a 30-day sentence, and he was assigned as a trustee in the furnace room for his good behavior. So, he was a good boy, showing his responsibilities and shit. However, Hosa held a grudge against his brother and escaped and walked down to the wharf where his brother was fishing. Hosa used an axe to crush his brother's head in, killing him.
Oh, okay. So he didn't just steal his bicycle shoes.
Well, yeah. I mean, he got a 30-day sentence.
For that. And then murders his brother.
Yeah, but then he murdered his brother because...
So he took it a little bit further.
He was like, snitches get stitches.
Facts.
So yeah, he killed his brother. And for this crime, Hosa was sentenced to be hanged. He was the last prisoner to be hanged in this building. And that is my story.
That's so cool. So I wonder if he is like... Here's what I wonder. Okay, here's the story that I'm making up in my head about this place. Hosa was the last prisoner to be hanged there, and he's the only ghost left. He was offered some sort of weird deal to where he could see all of the plays that he wanted for the rest of forever if he took every other ghost's place and stayed at the theater. And they all got to leave. Unlike at the lighthouse, where I guess the last lighthouse keeper to die, they was like, fuck that, we all gotta stay here.
Right? But I was like, what was I thinking? Shit. Oh, how in the fuck did he escape?
Yeah, how did this happen? Did he just get out after 30 days and then go murder his brother?
No, this happened, he escaped from the prison.
Okay, so...
And then also...
He stole some bicycle shoes, had a 30-day sentence, escaped, and committed murder, and then had to go back to the prison and die.
Yeah.
That's just silliness.
One, how did he get 30 days for stealing some, shoes?
Yeah.
And then also, why is his brother, tattling on him?
Yeah, over some shoes. Call your mom. Don't call the police.
Yeah. For sure.
I guess they can't call anyone. It's 1912. But,
And then, how can you become a trustee when you're only in for 30 days?
Yeah, and escape. How do you get... Yeah, this is all very confusing.
I'm super confused about this story. But anyway, so the Pensacola Theater has Hosa,
the little
girl, and two women.
Yeah, maybe down in the dressing rooms.
So my resources was a book. It's called Haunted Pensacola by Alan Brown. The Pensacola News Journal, they did an article on October 15th, 2016. And then www.southernspiritguide.org/Playhouse Phantoms of Pensacola.
Interesting.
So those are my sources. That's my story. There you go.
That's such a cool building, too.
I love that building.
I wonder, it is true that a lot of theaters are haunted. I wonder if that started with Abraham Lincoln being shot in the head at the theater.
I feel like it was before that.
You think?
I feel like that's
When was Phantom of the Opera written?
Oh,
I mean, it's obviously after Lincoln, but...
Yeah.
But yeah.
Huh. But that was, really leaning into, the theaters are haunted.
Yeah.
So, that...
Phantom of the Opera cracks me up, because Phantom of the Opera is every theater troupe.
Yeah.
Every theater troupe has all of those characters.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form.
We were actually talking about that at lunch. We were talking about, I guess... I had an adult date.
Yeah.
With another mom, which made me super nervous.
Mm-hmm.
So, my neighbor and her daughter. Her daughter is in high school too. So, me, Wendy, and then my neighbor and her daughter went out to get coffee, and they were talking about the theater group at her high school.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about how the teacher picked favorites and how seniors got the leading parts and how she did really good this one audition. She knew all the words. She everyone told her how she was that character, but it went to a senior because
Yeah.
the teacher just decided. And I was like, well, yeah, that's what happens. Like, when you're in high school, seniors get it because it's their last year.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like multiple drama teachers pick their favorites, and it's not necessarily talent. I don't know. I don't know about your situation at your school, but I definitely think my high school did it.
I was a senior when I was a lead, but there were kids who were not seniors who were leads.
Okay.
A few times in a few different productions too.
Okay.
But I was a senior when I was the lead.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Well, I know my senior year, I didn't get a lead, but also I was only in drama for 2 years out of the 4. But the
I was only in for 2.
3, 4, the 4 main characters, 5, 8. Oh, I'm thinking about 2 different plays now. Think about the pajama game and Bye Bye Birdie all in one thing. But yeah, the pajama game, the 3 lead people were seniors.
Yeah.
So
there were 5 leads in the play that I was a lead in. And only 2 of the others were seniors. The other 2 were sophomores, I think, at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so weird, too. Facebook nowadays, I feel like people were not meant to see what everyone in high school looks like anymore. Because sometimes I see people, I'm like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, oh gosh, oh my gosh, oh my god. And it's weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird. Everyone looks like grown-ups. But like, all of my memories of them are children. So, that's not correct.
I saw a picture of me. Yeah, I showed you the picture of me, like when Wendy was born, right after she was, a baby still. There was a picture taken of me, and I'm so skinny. Like, I still look like I was 15 in that picture. I'm just so small.
I know, it's so
and
crazy.
Now I'm an adult.
It's real. I remember people telling me, too, like, when you hit your 30s, your body's gonna, like, totally change. It's like another puberty.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like, I have to get to know this bitch all over again.
Yes.
It's so annoying. And then I'm gonna have to do it again once I hit menopause.
Yep.
So, it's like we were talking about how your house is an ongoing project. Your body is an ever-changing project, too.
Yep, it is, for sure.
Such flowery words. Thank you once again for listening to our episode. We release a new one every Monday, so hit that dispensary and meet us back here next week for more spooky and witchy shit. In the meantime, check out our Instagram, the Spooky Stonerzzz Podcast. That is Stonerzzz with 3 Z's. If you would like to contact us about your personal true crime or paranormal story, or if there's a subject you would like us to cover, you can email us at the Spooky Stonerzzz Podcast at gmail.com. Again, that is Stonerzzz with 3 Z's. So we will see you next Monday, and in the meantime, keep smoking spooky stoners. Gosh, that's like an alliteration nightmare right there.
I know. We need to figure out outro. Bye.
Bye.